Let me tell you something. 3-2 Wolfpack has been doing some amazing things over here in Maywan District. And here to tell them face to face is Command Sergeant Major of the Army, Command Sergeant Major Kenneth O. Preston. Check this out.
Many entertainers of the Sergeant Major of the Army's Hope and Freedom Tour had never heard of Forward Operating Base Azizullah in Afghanistan until they recently arrived there to perform for the troops. Service members at the remote outpost enjoyed several hours of performances by country music artists such as Kenny Thomas and comedian Chandra Pierce.
Your girlfriend called. She said she met your wife today.
Seeing people that actually go out, do missions, come back. We just got off mission, so seeing a show like this right after missions never happens. Very surprising.
Country music singer Buddy Jewell had one surprise of his own for an unsuspecting soldier.
Homemade chocolate chip cookies. Hey man, my daughter Lacey and her friends baked these, and these came all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. I only sat on them twice. They're good.
I'm gonna enjoy these.
The trip to this remote base defined the very meaning of the USO's mission and the performers' dedication to supporting the troops.
What our job is as ambassadors for the USO is to bring a touch of home to you guys that are far away from it. And people ask why I do it. This is my 14th time to Iraq and Afghanistan since 9/11.
This tour is the 7th for the Sergeant Major of the Army, Kenneth O. Preston, and also his last before retirement. For many of the entertainers, the visit meant as much to them as it did for the service members, and will likely be an event that anyone who was in attendance will not soon forget. Specialist Janelle Sennert, 16th Mobile Public Affairs Detachment, Forward Operating Base Azizullah, Afghanistan.
Great story, Specialist Sennert. You rock, and so do the USO celebrities hanging with Sergeant Major Preston. Thanks for spending time with our 3-2 warriors. Here's some more holiday greetings.
Hey everyone, this is Specialist Nathan Sosby out here in Kandahar, Afghanistan with 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division. Just want to say hi to everyone back home in Fort Worth, Texas. Just want to say happy holidays. Say hi to my wife, Julie, my son Ryan. Everyone just have good holidays. Take care. I'll be home soon. Hi, I'm Staff Sergeant Bates. I'm currently serving in Afghanistan in the Kandahar area. I'm stationed with the 101st Airborne Division, 175 Strike Cab. I'd like to give a Merry Christmas shout out to my family in Illinois. It's my beautiful wife and baby girl, and stationed in Schofield Barracks, Hawaii. Merry Christmas to you all.
Hey, I'm Specialist over here at wonderful Afghanistan. I want to say Merry Christmas to my parents, Kathy and Alan, back in Alabama. I love you guys and I miss you. Bye.
The growth of strikes, fobs, and cops have really been booming, and there has been one high-speed strike standout during this time. Here's this episode's Hero of the Day. Hey, yo, Sergeant Miller.
Hey, Sergeant Padula.
How you doing? All right?
Good.
When's coffee break, huh?
Soon, I hope.
Absolutely.
So I was a CB for over 10 years, stationed all over the place, building, training, going back to training, so you're always learning new techniques. It's a brotherhood that even now with the CBs out here, I've served with a few of them before, they recognize me. It's just a small military, it's awesome. I have a few soldiers that actually want to know more about carpentry because they want to utilize it when they get home.
He's taught me a lot. He's opened several career pathways for me, and he's even been there as a good NCO and has helped me out when I needed it.
Yeah, Sergeant Miller. Thanks for all your hard work and helping the Strike Brigade grow. I'll tell the boys of Local 15 all about you. Now here's some more holiday hometown greetings for you.
Hola, soy especialista del Paso, Texas. Quiero mandarles saludos a mi familia. Los quiero mucho, a mi papá, a mis hermanos y mi esposo. Bye. Merry Christmas.
DFC Heron out of Bob Wilson, Afghanistan. I'd like to wish my wife, beautiful daughter, and all my family in Arizona happy holidays.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Sergeant Allison, stationed here in Afghanistan, Bob Wilson. Just want to send a hometown shout out To my family, my mom and my kids, wish them a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
All right, the new year is here, and spending it away from home isn't always easy. Here to advise us is Chaplain David Beavers with your words of wisdom.
Hi, I'm Chaplain Dave Beavers, the Brigade Chaplain for the Strike Brigade, and I'd like to take a few moments to talk with you as we're preparing for the new year. Many years ago, there was a book with a strange yet poignant title which stated, "If you don't know where you're going, you might not like where you end up." However odd a title this was, it's surprisingly accurate for many people at this time of year. As we look back over the past year, we think of those things we're proud of, those things we might have liked to have changed, or those things that maybe didn't quite turn out the way that we wanted them to. As we prepare for the new year, countless people across the nation are preparing their resolutions, which regrettably only last on average probably about 2 weeks before they go back to the same old patterns or the way things were before. I'd like to challenge you this coming year to take the opportunity to achieve your goals. Start by looking at what you want to accomplish this coming year, and then write down what steps you need to take to make these things happen. If there's someone significant in your life, find out what their goals or expectations are as well. Come up with a plan with them also, and as the two of you hold each other accountable over the course of this year, you'll find yourself this time next year looking back and saying, wow, I'm glad I was able to do this, or thank you for helping me accomplish that, versus looking back and saying another bunch of couldas or wouldas or shouldas. Thank you for all that you do, and as always, God bless.
Bada bing, sir. Great advice for some great people. You know, recently the Strike Brigade had some awesome guests hanging out with our soldiers. Specialist Mike Monroe has more.
Forward Operating Base Wilson had special visitors recently. Superstars from World Wrestling Entertainment visited with the soldiers of Strike Brigade and passed on their thanks.
We appreciate so much what you do, and that's why we're here, just to remind you that we're thinking about you back home, that we miss you, that we support you, and that we're going to be thinking about you during the holidays.
Soldiers from each of the battalions came out to see the stars, who were humbled by the experience.
You guys are my heroes. I love you guys. I respect you guys. You guys are the bomb. Let's have some fun today. Sign some autographs, take some pictures, and later I'll stand up on the table and dance for you.
For 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division Public Affairs, I'm Specialist Mike Monroe.
Now that was friggin' awesome. Thanks WWE for coming down here and laying the smackdown on the Strike soldiers. Yeah. Now, let me tell you something. The Strike Brigade's history is very deep and we're very proud of it. Here's PFC Sean Denham with this episode's Back in the Day.
On this episode's Back in the Day, we will look at more of Strike Brigade's history. On December 16, 1944, German forces and units of the 101st Airborne Division began to fight at Bastogne, Belgium. On December 13, 1967, 2nd Brigade deployed to Cu Chi Base Camp, Vietnam from Campbell Army Airfield. On November 29, 1968, Sergeant William Hofstrom with Charlie Company, 250 2nd, received the Distinguished Service Cross for heroism during combat in Vietnam. Hofstrom's unit was on a search and clear mission near Hue when they were attacked. Hofstrom pulled the wounded platoon leader and wounded point man to safety and performed first aid. Afterward, Hofstrom manned an M60 machine gun while soldiers recovered other wounded personnel. On December 12, 1985, a plane carrying 248 Strike Brigade soldiers and 8 crew members crashed during takeoff in Gander, Newfoundland, killing all on board. The flight was returning home for Christmas, following the end of a peacekeeping mission in Sinai, Egypt. From December 10th to the 12th, 2003, Strike Brigade conducted Operation Reindeer Games. The operation ended with the detention of 54 individuals and 1 enemy killed in action. On November 28, 2005, Strike Brigade conducted Operation Wishbone. The operation consisted of an air assault mission, which found a large weapons cache in Iraq. On December 15, 2005, Strike secured 27 polling sites for the Iraqi general elections. The elections were a success, and no incidents occurred. On December 7, 2007, 252nd partnered with the Iraqi Army for Operation Dolphins 2. The operation is successful after air assaulting into an al-Qaeda mosque and detaining 58 individuals. On December 10, 2007, 152nd began Operation Blackfeet Norse to secure main supply route Tampa, permitting coalition forces freedom of movement. Strike Brigade's legacy continues to grow daily during its 2010 to 2011 deployment to Afghanistan. Strike.
You ain't kidding, Denham. The 2nd Brigade's history is pretty great, and we add to it every single day. Well, as you can plainly see, the Strike Brigade is doing its part in Operation Enduring Freedom, and will continue to do so throughout its deployment. Thanks to the men and women of Combined Task Force Strike for letting us tell their story. Thanks to the WWE Superstars for coming out and saying hello. And thank you for all that you do. And remember, we are Strike Soldiers. I'm Sergeant Joe Padula with the 2nd Brigade Public Affairs Office, and I'll talk to you later. Absolutely.
Yeah!